Hey guys, it's Caitlin, and today I filmed a tutorial for like a creepy Queen of Hearts makeup look. So I'm just going to explain how I got that. I first used the e.l.f. putty primer just to prime my face. Um, just as you normally would. The beginning is pretty much your normal makeup routine, and then we get into the SFX part of it. I then use the Maybelline concealer, the Fit Me concealer. I'm the color 10 light, I believe. Oh, fair. Just put it over my spots and things, and then I blended it in with the Real Techniques Beauty Blender. Just making sure to cover in those dark circles as well. And then as my foundation, I use the Tarte BB cream or BB tinted moisturizer from their Amazonian clay collection. I'm the color Ivory, and again just blended it in with the Beauty Blender. Again, just basically your normal makeup routine at this point. And then I used the Rimmel powder, the Stay Matte powder. I'm in the color Creamy Natural. And then with the Real Techniques brush. And then I used the NYX Highlight and Contour Pro Palette. I used the lightest shade to contour my cheeks a little bit to give them some definition. And I used the Real Techniques 301 brush to do that. And then added blush. The blush I'm using is from Tarte, and it is the Party blush. And I used the Real Techniques 300 brush to apply that to my cheekbones. Then I used a highlighter from the Tanya Burr Cosmetics line. It's the Champagne Sorbet Illuminating Powder. Just on all the high points of my face. Then I went on to filling in my eyebrows, which again, if you saw my last video, I am absolutely terrible at. So this took me a very long time, but I used the Benefit Goof Proof Brow Pencil to fill them in. But they still did not turn out great, so just ignore that. I tried my best. And then I just brushed them out with the like spoolie on the other end to try to help them a little bit. I then use the Benefit Gimme Brow to add some like gel to them a little bit. I then started on my eye makeup. I used the Morphe James Charles palette to do that. Just with I think this was a blending brush, but you could really use any like dome shadow brush or crease brush. I took the red shade in the palette. It's the You're Kidding color, and just blended it into my crease and kind of blended it into the middle and around my crease from there, and just did that on both eyes, just kind of keeping it to the outside and mostly in my crease, but just kind of blending it out from there. Just adding some more color just in my crease, just kind of getting it more defined. Just adding more and more color into the crease and bringing it out, blending it out towards the middle. That's what it looks like so far. And then took like an angled brush, not so much a blending brush, and took the shade Shook, which is like the shimmery red color in the palette, and then added it to the rest of my lid. And I just added a little bit of the original, a little bit more of the original red color to my crease, just to add more definition between the two colors. And then I took that matte red color just underneath my eye, just halfway from the outside, and bringing it in. Then I took the shimmery red color, the second color, and then finished it under my eye, so from the inside out. And then I took one of the cream shimmery colors and put it on the inside of my eye for some highlight. And this is what it looked like. And then put on the Maybelline Master Precise eyeliner. Just in the black colorway, and I just added like a small winged liner. Just with a slight wing, not too crazy. I just did that on both eyes. Try my best to make them match as best I could. Then I went in with mascara. This is the Maybelline The Falsies Push Up Drama mascara, just in black. Just added that to both my eyes. So the eyes looked like when I got done. Then I started on the SFX part of the makeup. This is me trying to figure out where I wanted to put the cards on my face. I was having a lot of trouble figuring out while looking in a mirror. But I went in with the Ben Nye Nose and Scar Wax to start adding on the skin that the cards were going to be put in. I just started doing some SFX makeup. So if you're new like me, basically you just, well, how I do it is I just put it on where I'm going to be doing it and then kind of blend out the edges with my finger. You can also use the little like spatulas that you can buy. I have some. It's just a 7-piece spatula and carver set. It doesn't have a brand name on it, the one that I have, but I do have some like spatulas that you can use as well. But sometimes I find that using my finger is easier to just kind of blend out the edges to make it blend into your face how you want it to. And I just checked to make sure it's the right length I needed for the card. Then I started the one up higher on my face. This one was a lot easier than the one on my cheek because it was like flat and straight rather than the curve on my cheek, which that one gave me a lot of problems later on. The only problem I had with this one is the length of the card made it so that I had to put the wax like all the way up into my like hairline. And I just had to add some more to make it the right length because it's a little short. So we're just checking again to make sure everything's the right length so I can move on. This is what they look like when I got done. Then I used one of the spatulas I have, and I just kind of cut it in half so there would be a place for the card to go into when I put it in. I just stuck the card in there. Like I said, because this one was on my cheek and like kind of curved, this one kept wanting to pull out on the side like closest to my mouth. So I was having some real difficulties with it. So I just tried adding some more wax to try and get it to stick down and stay. Just adding more and blending it out. Just trying to hold it in the best I can, getting it to stay down. And I did the same thing on the other one, the one on my forehead, cutting it to make a place for the card to go in. And just sticking it in there, making sure it's the right direction, and just popping it in where I cut it open. Again, once I got it in there, that one stayed a lot better than the other one, which again was falling off of my face. As you can see, It's like pulling by my mouth. So eventually I just took it off because it was not staying. And to fix it, I basically just had to take off what was there and add all new and move it more back towards my ear so it wasn't as close to my mouth, and just make it a little thicker so it would hold it on better. So that's what it looked like when I finally got the cards on, and they finally stayed. Then I went in with one of my spatulas and the Ben Nye Fresh Scab, like blood stuff, and just kind of put it in there, like inside the wax and by the card, to make it look like the wound is bleeding, and just kept building it up and had it, and started adding it out from it to make it look like it is bleeding out from the wound. And on this one I added it kind of down from it as well because I figured it would be bleeding down. Obviously that's how gravity works. And then I did the same thing on this one, just adding it in the wound, like right by the card. So that's where it would have gone in, basically. Just keep building it up. Again, on this one, I added a lot, like, down at the bottom of it, because that's where the blood would be exiting. Making sure it's stuck on there. And then I added some blood just to the cards themselves, just to kind of make it more realistic, I guess. Then I decided to make it look like it's coming down from that card on my forehead. This is what it looks like at this point. I then went in with the Pen 9, I can't say that anytime I say it apparently, Stage Blood, and then on like a cheap makeup sponge, like throwaway one, and just added it around like the blood I had coming down from the cards, just to make it not so patchy. And this is what it ended up looking like, along with the eye makeup. And I just added some lip product for the final thing. This is the ColourPop lip stain in the color London, just to kind of finish it off. And this is the final look. I really like how it turned out. I am very proud of it, especially since I just started doing this type of makeup. I am just really proud of how I did. I really hope you like it. If you did, please let me know. Please let me know of any other kind of looks you want to see, or if you want to see more like this. I will be uploading this on Halloween, I believe, so I hope you have a great Halloween, and I will see you next time. Bye!